Howdy folks, how we doing? Welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Sorry about the hiccup. I don't know what's going on, but it's fine now. Just had to restart the stream. I suspect Texas Truth has a lot to do with it. Welcome on in, Tom. Good to see you. Dana's in the house too. Vulture's Nine's father. How you doing? Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. You're doing good, Dana. That's good. I was going to ask, but you've already answered it. Probably other people are asking you, because I would never ask you that. How are you? Good to see you guys. Welcome on in, guys. Okay, where are we up to? Well, we started a new left-hand build the other day. We've got the body cut out. That's this guy here, mahogany. It's a little bit of a Viking metal beast. It's going to be capped and stained, and it's going to have a stained flame neck and all sorts of wonderful things. It's going to have runes down here. It's going to be beautifully flamed and stained and highlighted with a nitro finish. So it's going to be glossy and mean and all those things you can see there. Quite sharp, very pointy. Left-hander, of course. And we'll show you the top for that one. I'll just switch to the bench. That's neatly trimmed now. What we've got to do now is get this top stuck to it right there. This is mahogany, and this is flamed blackbutt. How flamed is it? Let me show you. I will put some spirits on that guy and show you what that looks like. For those of you that haven't seen it, we will do that. We are simulcasting now on 3 platforms, guys and girls. So remember, if you have a subscription with Twitch, please cancel those subscription payments. We are no longer affiliates to enable us to branch out to other platforms. We will be monetizing on YouTube soon. I need 1,000 subscriptions there. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do us a favor, get in there, go to YouTube, log in, look us up, The Guitar Show Oz, give us a subscription and follow us there, and that'll help us along the way. Now, let's pour some goodness, some Hank juice on this baby. Same name. Just look up The Guitar Show Oz, Texas. Absolutely. We should be live. If you look at the live section, we should be live on YouTube right now. So I'm going to pour this guy on here, give you guys a little look-see of what we got. It'll reveal all the wonders. We like to reveal the wonders. Look at that, baby. Quilt everywhere, heavily quilted. This is black butt, quilted black butt. So that's going to look like something else. We're going to stain that guy. We're going to put a lot of black through there, sand it back. We're going to go grey over the top to highlight, get rid of all those light colours with a grey. And of course, all the dark sections will grab the black. So you're going to see a black tiger stripe, a shadowy tiger stripe right through there. And a little bit lighter in the center, 2 humbuckers. We're going to have some artwork in here. We're going to have some engraving, some runes, Viking runes, and a stem that goes, it's a rune tree. The stem's going to go all the way up through the heart, into the neck, up to the 12th fret. We've got some artwork on the 12th fret. And then we're going to have the individual runes on the 0, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th. 5 runes, 1 for each person in this family. And it's going to be awesome. Yes, Dana, it is a lovely slice of wood, that guy. So we've bookmatched that nicely. It's joined and ready to go. Now we're going to glue that on. I'll let that dry up. I'll just quickly show you the neck, guys and girls. So we've cut our truss right out. It's a Canadian flame maple neck. We're going to dye that guy as well to bring up all that flame. That's just a little bit of a sample run, and I've sanded that back just to give you an idea. There's a lot of flame through there, so we're going to really accentuate that. And we're going a little bit different on the traditional headstock shape. We're going to go a little bit finer here, pointier nose, and we're going to have a little cutaway in there just to step down to the main cutaway. So just make it a little bit sharper, a little bit more metal. Of course, this round telly style corner is going to go the other way, and I call that my pterodactyl head spike. So if it looks a little bit like a pterodactyl, you're going to have that little head spike. Pterodactyl is the first thing that came into my head, but yeah, that's the cut away. So sharper, a little bit more meaner, a little bit more metal. Not seeing on YouTube. We'll look again later. Okay, that's cool. It should be on YouTube because it gives me the 3 ticks that we are televising there. I'll double check that, make sure it's there. Let me quickly just jump on and have a quick squiz, as they say. A quick squiz. YouTube. What have we got on YouTube? Facebook is also streaming. So live. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. So if I click on that, you can see. Oh, that's an old stream. It says we're live, so I'm gonna bite the bullet and assume it's live. So yeah, anyway, have another look at it later on. We are live according to this, so we'll see how we go. So there's going to be a couple of elements to this carve. Not so much the neck. The neck's going to be carved pretty much the same way. We're going for a 12-inch radius. He just wants a medium neck. He wants a 25.5-inch scale, fender scale, with 24 frets, and he wants to be able to drop down B on the bass string. So he's going to change this guy. He's going to change the string as needed. He wants it strung up with 10s, tuned to standard E, but he will be putting 2 tunings on that. Now, his intonation should be okay. We're going to have to check that. The B string will make a difference, but of course, that scale length, we're going to have to play with the bridge and see how we're going to set that guy up. Now, that's done there. We've got that guy fitting in nicely. The fretboard's got to come as well. That's going to be ebony. And the back is going to be stained, as I said. We're going to put this guy away. We're not going to work on this yet. But what we're going to do now is go back to this guy. We want to glue that cap on there. The other thing we need to do once that cap's glued on is we're going to put a nice big tummy cut down the back there. We're not putting a shoulder on this. We're keeping it flat. But we are putting a nice profile tummy cut just to take a little bit of that thickness away and just to make it a little bit more streamlined without compromising the actual look and feel of that guy. Okay, so let's line this guy up. Let's get this marked out and ready to. We've got our center lines all profiles there. We've just got to extend those down. I'm going to line that guy up there, lay some glue down and clamp that down. How many clamps do we need, Dana? Exclamation clamps. That will tell you everything you need to know. Pop that guy away. Just mark center line down the edge so I can actually see the guy. In line. Okay, so we've got that guy. Just mark down there so we can see where that's going to go. And we're just a matter of spreading some glue on here now and getting this guy down and dirty, as they say. We're going to put 2 big clamps through the middle there, a block of wood across there, 2 big clamps in the middle there. We're going to clamp all the little guys around the edge, get this guy nice and glued up and set him aside for a few hours. All of them and then some. That's right, Dana, don't you forget it. So let's grab some hide glue. Let's put that in there, on there, and spread that out. Actually use PVA for that neck. Actually, no, I'll use hide glue. It dries, it cures a lot quicker. See how we go with that guy. And clear that nozzle. Goph's in the house. What's going on, Goph? Good to see you, mate. Welcome on in. Subbed on YouTube, all for the cause. Thank you, Texas. That's amazing. You did find me. Excellent. All right, cool. What's going on, Goph? How's your weekend so far, mate? Have you been running around with the kids? How's your holiday? Are you back at work? Or are you still on Christmas holidays. We take our holidays, guys. We have our 6 or 8 weeks break from school over Christmas because it's summer here, unlike you guys in the Northern Hemisphere where you have your break in July, August in the summer. Mid-year break, we have an end-year break in comparison. And some of us have just come back to work and some of us are still holidaying in holiday mode. Sorry, guys, I'm just clearing this guy out because there's a lot of gunk caught up in there. Just want to make it easy for me. It does cure and sticks in there. Pull that guy out. Lump of glue off the nozzle. There we go. And we're good to go. Look at that. Big, tough, gummy blob. Right. Yesterday was good. Got a stream in. Work on the top. Really stream. Stand on a steady body out of old kitchen bench. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Okay. Away we go, guys and girls. Let's go. Once we get the cap on here, we'll be in a position to start marking out where the pickups are going, and we'll be able to this guy, we've got to try and preserve as much and not let too much hide glue stain the sides, but it is getting coloured anyway, dyed, so we won't see any glue marks if there are some glue drips, resin, remnants back there. This glue, we're running out of this glue. I'm low on hide glue, but we'll have enough to do this. Spread that out. Left-hander here, virtual gopher. If you didn't know from the other day, this is a lefty for a customer. Viking metal. I call it Odin, O-D-I-N, after the god. And this is the birth of Odin, as I said on the Instagram post. We did a first Instagram post for this guy, and just pretty much got it kicked off to get the birth of Odin out there in the social media world, so that we can follow the progress as we go. I'll take some more photos later and post those as well, guys and girls. So if you haven't followed us on Instagram, get in there and give us a follow on Instagram, and you'll get all the photo updates of the latest workshop happenings. Now that glue's all nice and done. Spread that evenly. Pretty good. We're good to go there. Lots of glue there. Who else have we got? Terry's in the house. Terry, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Maui Lynn, aloha to you. Welcome in. Good to see the crew rocking in. We're about to glue this guy down, so we've got the shape cut out, guys and girls. There she is. Okay, lots of glue. And we're going to, and of course we need clamps. Knee deep in end of year work. Oh my goodness, those bloody financial reports. Damn those auditors. Tell them taxation is theft, Terry. Tell them. They need to hear it. Never mess around with an accountant. That's what I've always said. Okay, let's grab that cap. Let's settle that, and let's get that guy on there. Look here. Get some clamps. You tell everyone who will listen every day. I love it. It's the way. start off with the base. We'll line that guy up, center line to center line. Bingo. Nice. Give that a little swizzle. Move that around a bit. And line that up, center line right there. Pop a clamp in there. That didn't move, that's good. Okay, we've got some squeeze out, which is great. And we're good to, oh, that's moved a little bit. Okay, that's good. Let's line this guy up, other side. And then of course we'll route the edges to match with the bearing bit and match those two edges once this guy's glued down. Just this guy right there. Beautiful. Center line. Right there. Tighten that down. Wonderful. Yep, that's good. Make sure the other side hasn't moved. Perfecto. Okay, we're good to go. Now we're good to place the other guys in there. We'll just get it standing up first. Good, we've got squeeze out. More clamps. That's neat wood. Ghetto, what's going on? Yes, it is neat wood. It is flamed black butt, and once we stain this, it's going to be absolutely incredible. I said that with my best. What's going on here? This clamp's at it. There we go. And we put our glue out there. Right on the end. More clamps. Just get that middle. Squeeze down. Like that. That'll put pressure right through that belly so that we don't get any buckle. Shouldn't buckle, but you know, we're squeezing around the outside, so there's a bit of tension there and there's no tension in the middle. We need to get some tension right across the center. That'll keep it nice and flat. And I will grab the other heavy duty guy. If I can find him. Okay, and now we finish off. Is that enough clamps, Terry? Do we have enough clamps there? How many more do we need, Terry? All of them and then some, absolutely. No, more clamps. Okay, more clamps it is. Just checking the squeeze out. We've got lots of squeeze out going on. Good. Looking great. There we go. More clamps. There's never enough clamps. RP Guitars, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Good to see you in here. There are never enough clamps. You're right. And a couple more. Turn this guy over. We'll check for that runoff. And make sure we wipe all that drip, excess squeeze out. More clamps. Whew. We're almost there, guys and girls. One more in there, and we're good. Okay, I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to get rid of some of that excess glue and the runs. Let's wipe that clean with some water. Where's my water? Here's some water. We will route that and we will stain that edge black, so you're not going to see any real problem with the glue. It's a nice little bead across there. I'm just cleaning that up. Let's turn this around so you guys can see what we've got there. You can see the glue down there. Just got to wipe all that clean. Take off all that excess. Using a bit of water just to dissolve that, or not dissolve it, but wash that off. I'll leave a little bit of a bead there, just on the edge, just neaten that up where the join is. That will be routed clean, so we're not going to have an issue eventually with that. And I will sand that guy in there. that guy over. Yep. Whee, boink. Side. Here. Clean all that up. Better. Now I'm just going to flip that on its end. And just do the top here. Good. That's good. And the rest is pretty good. We'll put that clamp back on. We'll sit that aside. And we'll get started with the neck. Okay. Let's get that guy moving. All right. This is a piece, an offcut. You can see the quilt. The quilt tends to stand out once we put a bit of color on it. What we need to do is get all that gray covering up the yellowness. Those big quilt patches need to be a lot darker. And once we give that a coat of it should pop nicely. So I'm just going to put some water on there just to give you that effect. Where's my spray bottle? Here it is. And then you'll get to see the truer. Okay. You can see that quilt, that watery, it really pop and get some depth in there. So the idea is to get this guy, the body, the cap, completely stained black, solid black. Sand a very light bit off it, just to lighten it ever so slightly, like you're just seeing a break of dawn, a little bit of dawn light. And then, of course, go over lightly with a grey, just to get rid of any little white remnants or sandy coloured, wood coloured remnants. So we have massively silvery grey low areas, and this raised grain is a very solid black. And then once we coat that in, you're going to get a really nice finish. Orby, what's going on? Give that man a big shout out. Thank you very much, Terry. Orby, what's happening, brother? Good to see you. Greg in the house. If you haven't checked him out, make sure you check out Greg Orbiter Guitars from San Francisco, as they say. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. This guy's a lefty. We're making a left-hander. We've just popped the cap on. We've cut the shape out nice and tidily, and we've sanded the edges and got it ready. We've just got the cap glued down, and we're going to route that guy once we get that to bite down and get those. Good to see you too, man. We're going to route that guy and get it nice and flush. And then I was just talking about some of the color, some of the dye. We're going to stain that guy black. This guy's called Odin, O-D-I-N, after the Norse god. And basically what we're going to do is stain that guy black and make that quilted top really pop. And it is a simulcast. Yes, I've got 3 platforms going. We've got Gatto, we've got Facebook and YouTube, as well as Twitch. So that guy there is what it's going to sort of look like. A little bit darker, though. That's only one coat. I'm going to go through a couple of coats and obviously lighter shades of grey in the center. The guitar itself is going to be, if I can give you an image, we're going to have it pretty dark around the edges. Okay, pretty dark around the edges, and we're going to have a very light teardrop through here, just to fade away, like a spotlight effect right there, a little bit lighter, but mainly really dark there. Now here, there's going to be a big motif. There's going to be an engraving, and it's going to be either gold leaf or gold ink, gold paint. That is going to be a circle holding 5 rune numbers, or letters, I should say, one for each of the purple represents. There'll be a rune stem going from that rune tree all the way up through the middle. You won't see it, of course. You'll see it between the pick and the bridge. There'll be a bit of a half moon here. Go onto the neck and continue onto the neck. And at the 12th fret, you'll have a half crescent with a spike through the middle as the 12th fret motif. And then you'll have at 0, 3, 5, 7, and 9, the 5 runes for the markings. So it's going to be very Viking themed. I call this guy Odin. This is the birth of Odin you are witnessing. And essentially, that's what that guy, and it is that's a right-handed template. We're going to have big flutes cut out of there as well. Nice big deep V, deep scoops, very aggressive, very angry looking Swedish goth metal, death metal from our Scandinavian friends. And that's going to one of the guitarists in a death metal, a Swedish death metal band. So he's going to love it. Pickups are going to be interesting. Mr. Glynns does do a very, 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 very heavy ceramic. I think he uses ceramic magnets, thrashy, chug-a-lug, heavy duty humbucker. We're going to put 2 of those in. I'm going to get some more feedback. I know he has got a metal artist that he has endorses his work, and he's got a metal artist in New Zealand that's using it. And if you look up Mr. Glynns' website and check out his metal prototype, there is an artist with a sound clip that uses it. They're a pretty popular band in New Zealand. I've forgotten the name. They're not obviously as popular here, but yeah. It's going to look good, Leslie. Well, let's see. Lumber of the gods. It is Odin. Orbiter, you love a little bit of Viking mythology, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. Go and see Goth. You do? Yes, I know you do. A little bit of Swedish metal, Norwegian metal goes a long way. Okay. Those Icelandic dudes are pretty wild too, I hear. You either have Bjork or wicked death metal from Iceland. That's the 2 options you have in Iceland. There's nothing else. Okay, what we're going to do now is grab the neck and have a look at what we've got to do there. Okay, so the other day, guys and girls, we got this guy rough cut. Okay, we've got the rough shape out there. We've got the truss rod cavity done, and that truss rod is nice and tight, nice and flush. It's in there. This is Canadian maple. Again, this is flame, so we will color this guy as well. just to pop, there's a lot of rays through there that we want to capture. And again, keeping with the theme of the guitar, we want to make that all watery and pop just like the front. Of course, there'll be an ebony fretboard here, dark with a couple of little lighter accents, not perfectly black. I want it to contrast just slightly from the body. I want them to, I don't want it to be too black, too stark, because it'll take away from that body, but it'll dull it down a little bit. He wanted it dark. I'm going to go so dark, but I'll show him and convince him that the two out of the two options, the lighter dark one, there's a contradiction in terms there. The not perfectly black one, if we have AAA grade or quadruple A grade black, which is like boot polish black, it's going to actually, I think, detract from the body. I want it to be a little bit lighter, but still dark enough. White mother of pearl runes and white mother of pearl rune tree branch going down into the body and continuing onto there and turning into that gold. It might go mother of pearl in here. We might even use gold. We might just use white mother of pearl for the runes up to 9. From 12 down, we might go gold leaf, or gold paint, whatever he decides to pay for, because leaf is not very cheap. But yes, we can go all the way down there. If it is gold leaf, though, it means you can eat it. So if he ever gets hungry, he can have some of that. Now, what we're going to do today is work a little bit on, get these holes drilled out for the headstock, for the pegs, for the tuners, and we want to work on this. Now, the difference between the standard headstock shape and this one is as follows. We've gone a little bit narrower here, a little bit of a pointier beak, and again, this first transition is a little longer than normal. It's generally a little bit of a bump and then a larger sweep. We've gone a little bit longer and then a little bit higher and a bit more aggressive there, like a snarl. If you think of that as a pterodactyl's head, it's snarling. I could draw the teeth in there like that, and it's snarling. I'm not going to be putting teeth in this guy. What I will do, though, is I'm going to cut it there all the way through, or sand it to that line. And here I'm actually graduate from the top level down. I'm going to leave a little thin ledge, and I might even paint that black or gold to match the body. Just a little bit of an accent at the top there. What we will do, of course, is take that round telly-style shoulder up here, and we're going to reverse it in what I call the pterodactyl spike or horn. So it's going to go up and around. So it's a little bit more aggressive, a bit pointier, a bit sharper, and that's what we want to do. Get that looking a little bit angrier and more in tune with the theme. So yeah, you're into it, Terry. Look, Terry, you are an artist. Let's face it. I'm an artist too. I'm many forms of artistry come out of me. I'm a BS artist first and foremost. Odin is angry. He's always angry. Thor is also angry. He bangs that hammer around like he's, straightening bent fenders, and he creates all sorts of lightning and thunder in the skies. So, but Odin is Odin would be pissed off. If you had lost an eye as well, you'd be pissed off as well. I think Odin only had one eye. Lost it in a battle with someone. Probably another god, but who knows? I don't know enough about Norse mythology, but I do enjoy it, though. I do like watching things like Vikings and, angry, tall, blonde, and red-headed people that raid and pillage. They're my kind of folk. Huh. Okay. That whole family's angry. Absolutely, the whole family's angry. Okay, let's see what we've got to do here. I've got to straighten these edges out first. I'm going to do that the way I normally do it on the sander. I'm going to set that up right now. Get the vac on there. So give me a minute. I'm just going to put that on this bench here so you can see what we're doing. It is a nice day today. I could go outside, but I wanted you guys to take a closer look, so I'm going to do it indoors. I'm just going to put the vac on so I don't create too much of a dust storm. Give me a second. I will move things around. Moving things around. spanner. That's okay. No big deal. This big body up here. Okay. We're going to pop the sander right on this work area here. And we're going to shake that guy. Shake that guy! Over, so you can see the work area, and we'll get started in a second. Awesome. Right, I need the vac set up here as well. I've got it right here. Grab a clamp and just clamp that down so it doesn't move. It'll suck most of the dust out of there. Yeah. And we're good to go. All right. Safety gear on. First we need, what do we need, Terry? We need to be safe. So let's grab a mask. We'll mask up properly. Kirk Fulton, what's going on? Yes, we need that mask on. I've got to find it first. What's going on with it? Okay, we're good. Doing well, thank you. No worries. Excellent. I'm glad you're doing well. Safety first, Terry. Don't you forget it. Seabliz, what's going on? Thank you very much for the resub the other day, mate. Just reminding you guys, if you do have a Twitch subscription automated payment, please turn it off. And as I'm no longer an affiliate, so don't give your money to Thin Air or Bezos. He's got enough of it as it is. What we'll do is, we will simulcast. So we are simulcasting to YouTube and Facebook. So in order to do that, we had to drop our affiliate status because we weren't partners, and I think there's a different deal for partners. Personally, I don't really mind. I'm not in it for raising money. You can support us with there's a tip jar there. If you want to throw a tip our way, feel free to do so. It's just via a PayPal link, but you're not obligated to do anything for subscriptions or pay for any subscriptions any longer. So, Willy Wonko, what's going on? Okay, let's sand. Okay, let me just have a quick look at this, guys. Twenty-four. 24, yep, 24 frets. Okay, we're good to go. I'm going to mute you out. Don't worry about it, Orby. You had to cancel. I no longer get any revenue from Twitch. Hey, Mav, how you doing? Just muting you guys out. Okay, that's one side pretty much straightened out to the right thickness. Okay, that's that straight edge there. Straight down there. We've got to do the same to this crooked edge here. See how it's all cut away nice and loose. We've sanded a lot of the roughness out of it. Just got to get it perfect now. That side's done, straight as an arrow. We'll get that guy done, then we just shape the rest of that headstock. Get that guy sanded on the drum sander next door. Get that little hollow cut out there and get that pterodactyl spike going up there. Van Walen, what is going on? Yeah, I had you muting. I had you muted because I've got a vac going with the sander. It's very loud. So I didn't want you guys to be blowing your ears out. Let's see who else is on. I'm just catching up with the chat, guys, so give me a sec. You want to hear the sander, Terry? It's a very noisy sander. You hear your tummy growling. Look, what's... I hear that all the time. The cats. You and your cats. Go make some dinner, Orby. Absolutely, my friend. Thank you for being here, guy. Orby, thank you very much for being here, Greg. All the best. Have a great weekend. You have volume control. Okay, Terry, I'm going to warn everybody now. Turn your volume down. I'm going to leave the sander and the vac on so that Terry can listen. I might just leave the sander on for 5 seconds just so she can have a bit of a listen because she's a bit finicky like that. A little bit OCD will do that to you. We have to just bear with it and understand. Tell Terry that we understand. Okay. The headstock's upside down. It's a left-handed guitar. You're upside down, Willie. You should be upside down. Go and do a handstand in the corner for 10 minutes. Go. The naughty corner. Safety first, indeed. I'm glad I don't have to wear a bra. I would never get it on. Okay. I'm going to leave the sound on, guys. Just turn down your volume a little bit. Here we go. First sound is the vac. It's loud. Okay. Whew, almost there. So we've got a bit of a burn mark there. I've got to sand that out. We've got our profile. We've got to cut this guy away. Got to cut that guy away. I'm going to do that with the safety planer on the drill press. I need to just modify this little hiccup here. I'm going to grab myself a pencil and I'm just going to change this guy up a little bit. Give me another pencil. I'm going to take you into the next room now and we're going to cut these out. So I'm going to move the camera. Bear with me. Bear with me while I move that camera. Let's have a good little drink first. I'm going to go fill this guy up and have a little drink. So give me a second. Alrighty, cheers, big ears. He's looking up your old address. Yep, that's right, Texas. Subs, you can still do them, but there's no, I don't think you can actually. I'm not sure because I'm no longer an affiliate. So if you still can subscribe, if it's on automatic payment, cancel it. Anyone out there? I know C Blizz is a long-time supporter, and Mr. Blackstone and Maui Lin and all you guys, Terry and Dana, always appreciate your subscriptions, but there's no point now because we're no longer affiliates. So please consider either a tip if you really have to, and there's no obligation, of course, but just a subscription, a free subscription. Just click on that subscribe button in YouTube if you can, because that'll be the next platform that we monetize to keep the stream, to help keep the stream running. Okay, just taking a little break, catch up with you guys, and if there's anything else you want to talk about or see, just whack a question up there. I'll give you a minute or two to pop a question up there if there's anything that comes to mind. So we've got this guy. We want to now safety plane that out and sand that guy off. Interesting to see how we go with that safety plane. I might have to hit it with a, because it isn't uniform, I might need to do it with the drum sander set halfway up, or maybe even a router. I might just route that. I'll just route that. That'll be easier. But I will cut this out completely. So I'll freehand route that down about 1 millimeter. We've got to get the thickness of this guy done up too, because we've got to take a little bit off. So I'm going to put a little step down in there, and then I'm going to sand the edges. That's going to be a little step down area. The name will go just in there. And of course, we've got 6 pins in there, which is what we're going to do next. We're going to mark up those pins before we go and do that. So I'm going to do that now before we drill anything. I'll move this camera around. Back to the bench. Down here. Okay, we want to measure out where those tuner pegs are going to go. So I've got myself a pencil. Let me sharpen that up quickly. The reason it took so long is because I broke the point 3 times doing it. Okay, grab my little rule and essentially going to mark the first guy right there. 13, that's perfect. What I also want to do is measure this guy here, 13, which is right there. That line together, and then mark the other guys out an inch apart. So we're going 13 there, and then go an inch apart. Okay. So now, let's get some spikes in here. We're going to drill those holes in the next room. We'll get these cut out as well. Let me find my little spiky dude. What do I do with him? Probably in the other room. Let me just get that. Right. I want to firstly unplug this guy. If you want to mark this guy, just put a little guide hole there so the drill bites into that. That's marked out. I'm going to move this camera now, so let me just quickly unhook this camera, take it to the next room, and we'll be in there in a second, and we'll finish that piece. I'll be back in a second. I'll just hook this up, and off we go. Okay, let's have a look and see what that looks like. You flick your cross. Got to restart it, obviously. Get that camera going. Activate. That does. There we go. Oh, it's a little bit low. I'll just bring that closer. I'll just bring that a little bit closer. So give me a sec. like I'm just experimenting with different angles. Hopefully that's better. Where is my workbench? Okay, that's a little bit higher. I'll just fix that up. Very bright. What's that like? Okay, that's a little bit better. You can sort of see that. Okay. Wally. Yes, the art is where Wally used to be. Wally's gone. Wally broke down. I'll grab the drill bit that I need. This guy here, actually. Yeah, this guy will do. All right. I wonder if you guys can actually hear me in that next room. Probably not. Is that too far? It's a little bit too far. You can't really make out what's going on. Let me move that camera closer. Sorry. Once I get this camera done, you'll be able to see what's going on. Might be a bit better. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. That's going to have to do. Yeah, I didn't say much, but what I'll do is I'll turn the other mic, which is on mute. Now you'll be able to hear me. You should be able to hear me now, Terry. Okay, let's fire this up. Okay, done. So we've got our 6 soles there. Now we need to get this guy done. So let me just check the radius of this sanding block. It's good. I'm going to put this guy on. We're going to sand the shape of that guy there. You hear me okay now, guys? I'm just going to check the screen. How is that? Is that sound back? Is that sound better? Here you're fine. Okay, cool. If you can hear me, everyone else can hear me. Great. Let's get back into here, and we're going to change this over now and put this guy on, this drum, and sand that little pterodactyl horn on his head, if that's what we want to call it, for the lack of a better word. I like the word pterodactyl. Tighten that up. We'll lower this guy. Out there. Raise this bench up. There. That'll work like a treat. Put that on there. That's pretty fine. I might grab a mask. Very fine dust. I don't want to breathe any of that stuff in. So safety first again. P. Diddy. Okay, mask on. I'll move this finer guy, just a tighter circle. So let's quickly change that over. Off we go again. Okay. Just going to use a file now, a round file, and just get that guy a little bit smoother. Okay, so we've got that guy. More angry birds. Less pigeons and doves and more angry birds, right? So that's what we've got. Beeblebrox, you're going to need another arm. Jeez. Okay. Okay, cool. Happy with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move that camera back into here. Hang that up where it was and around the back here. Tidy that up later. Put this camera here and we can continue our work as such, as follows. See if that works. Then I've got to go and get myself a fretboard and slice and dice that guy up. So let's do that. See if this camera's working. Yep, we're back. Okay, so there's our headstock. I want to just clean that up with a little round file, a half round actually. There's a couple little scratches in there, little burn marks. Good, I'll sand the rest. Yeah, that's good, nice and smooth. We'll sand the rest once we get that profile done. We'll carve a lot of that out so you won't see any of that. But the holes are nice and clean. And we've got six nice holes in there. We've got angry birds going on. We've got this guy to be done yet. I'm going to route that, not now. What I want to do now is start on the fretboard. So let's put this guy aside, get the fretboard out, see how we're going to lay that guy out. There's going to be some runes and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So we need to draw those up on the fretboard, and that's what we're going to do now. I'll grab that ebony fretboard. See if it's dark enough. If it's not, I'm going to have to leave that and get some more in. It's very hard to find ebony, black ebony in the marketplace at the moment. I think they're starting to ban it from Africa. There is some Indian ebony that's very, very red, but you can hardly find any black stuff. I don't want to use rich light because you can't glue that stuff down with normal wood glue. You need resin, and I'm not going to play with resin. Okay, here's the guy that we need. You see there's a bit of blonde through there. I'm not sure if this is going to be dark enough for him. I will show it to him. I mean, that will come up nicely. And again, I don't want it to be black, black, black like the body will be. I want it a little bit ready. We will get rid of that blonde. We don't want that, and that's good. We'll be able to lay that out so that we get rid of that blonde pretty easily because we've got enough width on this guy to do that. Yeah, and we've got enough length there for 24 frets, which will be at about there. Yep. Okay. We're going to mark this guy up. I need to thickness this guy first, so I might do that. Get over on the thickness so I can get this down to a nice thin, that's a 9mm thick. We've got to get it down to about 6, 1/4 inch. And that'll sit there like so. It'll sit there like so. Once we trim that guy down. We'll just get rid of that. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that white, which is good. The other side's even lighter. I like that. I actually like the streaks, but he may not. So I want it dark because we've got runes all the way down here and a big stem going down there to the rune tree on the body. Okay, see you, Maui Lin. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Won't the Shinto? Yeah, the Shinto will do the thing. Yeah, Leslie, I'm not a fan either. Mind you, I haven't used it, but from what I've read about it, you need to glue it down with epoxy. I don't want to play with epoxy. Reason being is you can't remove the bloody thing if you need to replace the fretboard. It's easier with glue. You can actually at least have half a chance of salvaging the neck. I'm not too good with epoxy anyway, so I would only botch it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to thickness this guy and see what happens. We should get less white as we go down because it actually fades away. So I'm going to take you over to the thicknesser, and we're going to do that right now. Down the back there. I'll just tilt this. You can probably see where it is right there. Going to need the vac. Actually, I won't use the vac. I've got a vacuum there anyway. There's a mess already there. Let's plug her in. She's already plugged in. It's very loud, so I'm going to have to mute you guys out. I might move the camera in so you can see what's going on. Let's move that camera so you can get a closer look. How a thicknesser works. A thicknesser, for those that don't know, is just a planing machine, and it'll get that wood down, shave it away. We drop it by a little bit of a fraction of a millimeter every time, or a millimeter, half a millimeter, and it'll shave it away to the thickness we need it. That's why it's called a thicknesser. One that thicknesses, or removes thickness, actually, in this case, to be more precise. Let's pop that guy up here. Should be able to see what's going on. Let's see if stop that from swinging. You'll get seasick otherwise. Alrighty, that might work. Let's see what we can switch that over. Oh, just missed it. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. Okay, let's see there. Good. Coming the other way. That's it. That's what we want. We're going to run this guy through there. It'll come out the back. Okay, safety gear. I need a mask. I need some goggles. And I'm going to mute you guys out because it's very loud. Where's my mask? See you, Lynn. Off she goes into the sunset. Okay, goggles, glasses. Must have left them in the other room. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, let's do it. Yeah, it looks good. I just don't want to work with it. Rage has got hints of it. I'm going to mute you out. It's very loud. Okay, I'm back now, I think. Yes. Cool. All right. I've got a funny message about the chat. Can you guys type something in the chat if you can hear me? I don't know why it's doing that. I might just close the chat. Open up the chat again. Oh, come on. Chat's gone. Great. Oh, hang on, here we go. Let's try that. I'm just reloading chat, guys, because it sort of flaked out on me for some reason, but it could be because the three chats are integrated together in the one real stream session. So let's see what happens. It's trying to load. It's taken a while. I suspect it'll get there. All right, it's still trying to load. Come on, chat. There we go. Let's see what's happening here. Right, now we've got frame drops. Okay, it's back. All right, let's see if chat's going. One of the channels has dropped out. I'm not sure which one. Mr. Blackstone, what are you doing? So one of them's gone, probably Facebook. This is not great. Test. Okay, that worked. Facebook Scout. That's okay. We don't care about Facebook. It's a crap platform anyway. All right. Test back at you. Yeah, cool. Okay, we're chatting away. You can obviously hear me. Right, where are we up to? We've got this guy down. Now, that showed a little bit more color. And that's even lighter. So I'm going to go this side here. And I'm going to make this end the top of the top. Actually, I'm going to make this end the top, because it means we get rid of a lot of that light stuff. He doesn't want the light stuff, so I'm going to make that as dark as I can. And that will be awesome. Now, the problem with this is that it's got a little bit of an issue. I'm just going to go get that other camera, bring it back. I suspect that we're going to use a black board, and we may not use this fretboard, but I'm going to try out the runes on it. I'm going to position the runes on it because I want to make sure that I get the design right. So I'm going to use it as a dummy. And worst case scenario, I'm not going to actually route or cut the slots. I will mark it out, have a look at what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to sand it off and use it on another guitar if we want to, if he's not happy with it. I'll wait for him to confirm next week if he wants that. And if he doesn't, and remember that white's going. If he doesn't want that, then we're going to have to go darker, and I'm going to have to source some from somewhere, and I don't want to use rich light. Okay, so let me have a quick look at what's going on here with the color of this guy. So if we have a look at this guy closely, we can see that it looks pretty light. But if we do add oil to that, it does darken up substantially. Okay. This isn't oil, this is just water, but it will blacken up substantially. It does get darker. The other side's even lighter. Lots of that. I actually like that. I like the mixture of the coloring. It's a natural ebony. That's the natural sapwood. That's what it looks like. So many rune jokes. Very funny. Willie, it's true. Pretty. Oh, geez. That email, that command's got to go, seriously. It's doing my head in. Okay, I'm going to mark this guy out. Side. Is that the dark side? No, this is the dark side. Funnily enough. Okay, let me mark that out. And see where that gets us. Alrighty, folks. So, design time. Let's grab this guy here. Let's mark this guy. We will mark where the slot's going. Line that up with a tip. That. Mark the center on the base. Line this guy up. Got to find the center of this guy. We want to get rid of that. That's going to get, okay, that's gone. So let's just line this. So, yeah. And so we'll run the center line. Okay, that's our center line. I'll just mark it on this end. See that damn thing? There it is. Like so. Draw a straight edge across here. Straight edge on there, draw these up, get these some lines lined up. This one's slightly off center here. And we'll see. The reason for that is I want to cut more off this side to get rid of the white. Oh no, that's on this side. Damn, I've got the wrong thing. I've done it the wrong way. Let me do that again. No, that's right. Oh no, this side's got to go up. So I'm going to move this side down. Like that. Move that center line. There. That across to there. Now we have the center line we want. Mark it out. I need my glasses. I can't see jack without them. Yeah, delete the auto renewal, my friend. Thank you very much for the resub, by the way. Appreciate it. customer's always right, it's going to look good regardless. Well, I've got to get black. If he wants black, I don't want to stain it. I could stain it. But then I have to finish it with something that will ensure the stain doesn't wear off. I don't like shiny fretboards. I mean, naturally shiny with 12K is fine, but I don't want lacquered fretboards. I could put a coat of oil on it to lock it in. That might work. And the oil will darken it as well, but I don't want it yellowing it either. So stain it, maybe. And that's fine. I can stain it. If I can't find ebony, I'll stain it. Ebony is very hard to find apparently these days. I mean, if you want to find it, you can, but it's going to cost you $100 for a fretboard plus $100 shipping. It's not worth it. Okay, there's my center line that I've created. So now I can get the template and mark out the frets, and we can do the artwork on here. Okay, so let's work on that. Swing that guy around like that. First things first, I want to mark out this guy where the little guys are going for the slot. Damn you, moved. Let me grab one of Terry's favourite things, a clamp. Clamp that on. It doesn't move. This is tapered, so using a square doesn't help. That's why we're marking on both sides. Okay, there's the magic nut slot. And now we can work with this guy. Center line. Center line. Mark out those frets. Okay, I might just get the other 25.5 inch. It's got the 24 frets on it. 25. 25.5. This guy here. That's 0 there. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25.5 inch, 24 frets, perfect. We've just got enough left over. So that is awesome. And if I cut that there, 24, pop this down here, we overhang beautifully by about a quarter. Awesome. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm happy with that. That's perfect. Let's mark that out. Can emotes be reassigned for followers? Oh, I think emotes are only for subs. It doesn't matter, really. And I think because the stream is managed by Restream, the little Twitch emotes don't work. It's okay. It's a means to an end. Once I get rid of one of the platforms, eventually, probably Facebook will go. That's pretty useless by the sounds of things. I mean, it only does 720. It doesn't even do, 1080p. So it's not ideal for streaming video. But once I get rid of them, then I'll have bandwidth to do the hosting internally in OBS without the restream. I'm just testing things out, guys, at the moment, so bear with me. It's a new world for me, so it's a new way of doing stuff. Let's. Get these frets marked in, and then I'm going to practice. We're going to work on the artwork and show you what we need to do here. I'll go grab. I need your advice. We might have a poll, Dana or Terry, whoever's still online. I don't know. Clamp it. Yeah, I'm good. It's not moving. But thank you, Leslie. I appreciate it. You are 100% right. I should be clamping this. But I'm a doofus, so what does it matter? And I'm not actually cutting any frets at this stage, so I've marked them out. Let's quickly draw them up because I need to make sure that we've got them there represented, so we know where the runes are going and where the markers are going. Okay, let's quickly line these guys up. And I'll go and grab the artwork, and then we'll have a little to make, guys. At least I'm going to bounce it off you guys and see what you guys think. I know which one you're going to go for, I think. One is a little bit more elaborate than the other, and you're all elaborate SOBs, so you're probably going to go for the elaborate option. Let me elaborate. Good. Sorry for giving you vertigo. Terry's probably throwing up right now as we speak. There we go. That's better. A fifth favorite emote. Ha! I think the emotes still work, don't they? Can you not put the emotes in? Throw an emote. Of course you did. The other stuff was working. Cheers, Big Ears was on the screen. I saw it. I need the rant. Who doesn't need a good rant every now and then? Come on. If you keep this going, though, Leslie, I will be ranting. I'll be ranting at your pettiness and pathetic squabbling over emotes. You and the rest of them in that little hen pen. The extras, yeah, I know. That's going to happen. The extras are strictly for subs, I think. I'm going to look into it, Dana. See what I can do. Because you love your colours. I know you do. And you want to represent. If I can make it for followers, that's fine. Feel free. Ha! Leslie, I know you get a big kick out of it. If anyone else wants a big kick out of it, I've got size 13 boots that are willing and able. Keep that up and you'll see, you'll definitely get a kick out of it. BTTV is an option. Terry, I know it is, and I'm going to look into that as well. I don't know enough about it. I think go and have a look at, if you've got time, Terry, have a quick look at restream.io and tell me if BTTV is one of the listed supported APIs or platforms that it integrates with. That's your homework for today. Terry needs homework. It's the OCD part of it that requires something task-driven to be done, even at 3 in the morning. Not that it's 3 in the morning, but you know what I mean. If it was, it wouldn't stop her. 23, 24 frets. Who the heck uses 24 frets? How can you play that high up the neck? And yet, okay, I've got the frets there, guys and girls. Okay, let me go grab the artwork and we'll quickly suss that out. I wonder if the poll actually works, Dana. Dana, set up a poll. Option 1 and option 2, and I'll show you those in a minute. So which artwork do you prefer is the question. Option 1, option 2. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, kids, I'm back. Yeah, I'm not sure if the poll's going to work, but we can try it. It might only work on Twitch, people that are on Twitch, but put it up there anyway. Leslie uses 24 frets. Of course you do. I'm surprised you don't use 28. Anyway. Okay, let's have a look at this and see what we like. So the idea, of course, is I'll take you through it. So let's take a basic look at it. So the idea is, of course, there's the 12th fret. We've got this crescent on the 12th fret. There's a upside down triangle, a little rune. There's the stem that goes down, and it's got this going down at each marker spot down there. It'll continue from the base of the first pickup, the neck pickup, down to there. Again, 3 straight bars and another crescent. Then a short run into there, 3 straight bars, and there's the rune tree or wheel, if you like. And we've got the letters that were selected in there, and there's a fork running off each one, which are just more symbols. That's option 1. Leslie, you'll get the 28, I know you will. Okay, there's that guy there. Yeah, they're not smiles, Mav, but I like where you're taking it. The positivity is good. So option 1 is that simple wheel. Option 2 is a little bit cleaner. I like it. I prefer it to option 1, but that doesn't mean anything. It's really what the customer wants. Same idea, with the wheel being a little bit different. So all the spokes are actually centered, and the rune letters are just sitting in that space, in that void in there, in that star shape. So that's going to be on the guitar, probably gold leaf from here down, and probably mother of pearl from here up. Those runes, again, will be at the 0, 3, 5, 7, and 9 as well. So those letters will be also down the neck. So all up, you'll have something like that. Okay, rune, 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 12th fret, crescent, and then straight down. Yeah, it's a metal guitar, my friend. It's Strat-ish, but it's really pointy. So it's more like an Ibanez, I guess, if you like. Or if you go online, you can see there's a brand called, what is it called? Damn, it escapes me now. Hang on. I think it's Solar, Solar, or is it Sonar? I think it's Sonar, maybe. One of those, either Solar or Sonar. Sonar, as in sonar frequency. But yeah, cool on occultic guitar. It is. It's a Viking. It's a Viking metal band, and it's a Viking metal guitar. The colors we're using, Mr. Blackstone, is we're gonna. The top I've got. I'll show you the colors. I mean, there's only one color. Lost it now. Oh, here it is. It's going to be stained black to bring out the quilt. I've done a sample of the offcut. So there's that's the Australian blackbutt, flame blackbutt. It's all quilted, and we're going to dye it black and have grey in the middle, but a lot darker than that. Now I'll show you what that looks like with a little bit of shine on it. It's going to have a nitro finish. Okay, so that's you're going to see it's going to have some pretty heavy quilt right across the cap. Oh, Dana, that's no good. Someone must have hacked you. ESP. Yeah, close to an ESP. A little bit offset, though. The ESPs aren't as symmetrical. They have a bit of an offset backside. They're beautiful guitars. I like the Viper. If you look at the Viper series in the ESP, they're really cool. I think they're called the Viper. They're very cool. But that thing there is going to look something else, I think, when that's stained and we get some shine on there. That's just water, by the way, so that's going to dry up. But that's a sample I've got there to show you. I've got lots of this offcut, obviously, from the cap that I'm going to use for things like control plates and things. I'm going to probably put a control plate in the back made of this stuff so that it'll match the front. And the rest of it was the body's mahogany, so it'll just be a stained black. What did Leslie go through? 60 years to get to 3. What are we talking about? The chords? What did I miss? This must be important. Is it important? All right. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I figured you've forgotten. 3 frets used. Ah, right. Okay, cool. I was going to say. Vertigo. Ha. Rage. My God, he's got to stop. Rage, how you doing, man? Can you cancel your sub, please, if you're doing it because I'm no longer an affiliate. But thank you anyway. I appreciate that. But make sure you cancel. Thank you, Terry. Okay, so we've got option 1, which is the wheel with the forks outlaid, and option 2, which is the wheel. I'll give you a closer look, guys. So option 1. Option 2. I'm tending to option 2. Pop, what's going on? That's not good. What's going on, Mr. Pop? Blacksmith Pop, you having a good time? Right up your alley and using a real pagan symbol. Yeah, it's we're going the Viking runes. I mean, this is what the guys wanted, so that's what they're going to get. I cannot make a poll. Okay, don't worry about the poll. Option 2, I think it's going to be it. Guys, put in your numbers, 1 or 2. So there's 1. Looks a bit shitty because I didn't really draw those lines very well, the spokes. But option 2, which is more detail, and it's going to be a little bit more hectic for me, but that's cool. And that's going to probably be gold, engraved and gold and left engraved, not actually filled. You'll see it'll be textured. Kicking back, that's good to hear, my friend. That's always a good be kicking back. Absolutely. So let's draw some of these runes up. The letters are something that looks like an F. I'll draw them for you. And it's going on the 0 fret because we want to have 5. So 0 is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. 12 is going to be the crescent. So let's go to 0 and let's draw this F straight down the middle. Just a little bit left of center. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. You see what I'm doing? Let me get right up It's not actually an F, but it looks like an F. I'm going to make this sharper, I think. So there's the first rune will be there. Okay. The next one will be down here on 3. It'll be something that looks like the letter M, a shallow M, a wide M, but a shallow M. It's not really an M. I'm going to measure this out. We're going to go pretty wide. Not that wide, but yeah, wide enough. Just realised I should have started higher. I'm just going to bring that down. the other symbol. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I need to do something that I didn't do before, and I better do it now so I know how far to go, because that might be a little bit wide and go off the edge. Let's grab a rule and I just want to make sure that I've got the right width on this guy. So that's got to be 22. Okay, I made it 22. And at the back it's 56. I'm going to go 56. 28. Okay, let me quickly draw those lines in so I know where the edge of the fretboard is. Looks like I've just scraped in, which is good. Yeah, that's good. That looks pretty good. It's meant to look wide, that end. It's meant to look really wide. It is exactly how it's done on the rune table. Okay. All right, now we've got some edges there, so we know we're inside the edges. That's pretty good. Okay, the next one is, I think, a standard I. It is an I, just like a normal letter I. So we're going to go to 5, and we're just going to put an I in there. And as we head down, they get shorter because the fret space is getting narrower, but that's our I. Colour that in. How do we go with a poll? What do we say, 1 or 2? I can't even remember. Terry, can you have a look at the chat and tell me what the actual result ended up being? Okay, so there's our runes. And we've got another M here. And then something that looks like a P. So the other M, we'll just run it straight down off this guy. the other one. Got that rune in there as well. And now we need the one that looks like a P. Everyone who had an option said 2, I think. They're all 2s. Yeah, I guess so. I think the 2 was a popular one. Now the P, slightly left of center. We'll line it up with the F because it has got that big. Because it's simply getting smaller. So it's going to be like that. That's a bit small. I might go over 2 frets. I'm going to go over 2 frets. It just looks too out of proportion. I'm going to just start there and just go over a little bit. It won't matter. The majority of the shape will be on that thread anyway, and you're going to have side dots as well. It's not a big deal. Hope the client will call the outfit Runic Tunes. Ha! Runic Tunes. I think they're called Satan's Underpants, if I can remember correctly. He mentioned something about Satan and underpants, but anyway. I think it's a parody band. I think they have fun more than anything. Rage, what's going on in here? Look, dude, where have you been? I'm going to take you through, right? So we've got this ebony fretboard. We've got rosewood, but it's actually striped ebony. We're putting some Viking runes that represent letters of this person's group, and that I'm making this for. He's a left-hander. There's the neck. So we've got the neck. The shape's slightly different. We've got this pterodactyl horn instead of the round corner. We've gone a bit more metal. This is also deeper and longer, as is this one's got another layer that we're going to shave out of there, just chisel out of there and give that a little bit of 3D context. So that's going to have a little bit of a smile in there. It's going to be dyed in black to just accentuate all the grain. That's just a little test run I did there, but we're going to have something quilted like this on the front. Okay, black stain, quilted, heavy black, still see watery quilt through it. Nitro finish, and something like this in terms of the artwork. So we've got mother of pearl all the way down to there, 24 frets. The left-hander, of course. Mother of pearl all the way down to there. We've got these Danish or Viking pagan symbols. And we've got the runes here that you see on the neck, also represented down here with these symbols as well. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit metal, a little bit, Swedish or Scandinavian metal. And we're just going to do one more letter down here. I won't go too far past that point, just enough to make it look in proportion with the others. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. Okay. So, color that in. And there's the P in there. All right, and now at 12, so that's 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, hang on, 0. Oh, damn it, I haven't haven't gone down far enough. I've got to rub all those out. I've miscounted. Bugger. Okay, rub it out. Do it again. Let's rub them out. I miscounted. How can that be? How did I do that? What a doofus! Exclamation doofus. Absolutely. Let's start again. That can stay. These have got to go. Get some water on there and wipe those off. Doofus, absolutely. It's not hashtag. It should be exclamation mark. I'm not sure if it's working. It should work. What a twit. Start again. So 0, 1, 2, 3. There, you doofus. Doofus. And I'm just mocking this up. Okay, that's better. Where it should be. 0, 1. Hang on. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's not right either. 0, 3. 0's there. That's 1. Duh. I was in the right place. Ah, man. Get your bloody head out of your backside, mister. Okay, they can stay there. Let's go over it again. I was right. It was okay. I've still got the markings there. I can see them. So that's okay. Colour them in again and we're good to go. I had it right in the first place. That's right, that's right. That's right. Another M in here. There's the original, still there. I did have it right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 10, 11, 12. Okay, cool. We're good. I don't know how I miscounted that. Just my doofus. The doofus factor was high. The doofus factor was very high in this instance. I'll obviously cut out stencils and proper printouts and actually paste them down when I do the routing. So they're not going to be free-handed, but they're pretty easy to draw anyway because they're just straight lines. And the P, of course. Okay, and it's not really a P, it's something else, but it looks like a P. Okay, we've got those in there, and now we need to go to 12, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. And here we have a crescent, which is pretty much a semicircle. It's perfectly circular. 9, 10, 11, 12. It just fits. I'm going to use a smaller one. That's better. And we grab a smaller circle still. This one down. A little bit on the thick side. I'll take some of that off. And right through the middle here. Like an arrowhead backwards. And of course, all the way down there. Got a spine running down here. Okay, now we're cooking. Colour that in. And that'll be the stem or the branch for our rune tree down here on the body. Just colouring it in so we can get an idea of what it's going to look like. A lot of mother of pearl, I'll tell you. I'll be cutting for days. Okay. And now that we've got the stem there, we need to put the markings across there, and we've got them at 12. So that's 12. We'll leave that one. We'll go to 15. So 12, 13, 14, 15. Three bars across there. Do the same at 17. 19. One, 24. 24 will be, yeah, we may as well make it longer, indicate that it's into that octave if you like. Okay, we've got our rooms there. So let's have a look at what that looks like under lights. Okay, it's not very, you can't really see it that well. I'll get the other camera on there, see if we can see it from the front. Where's my mouse gone? Here we go. Right, so can we see that? We sort of can. Okay, that's going to go down like that. So what we've got is those runes at the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, then the crescent on the 12th. It goes down, and we've got markers on the 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st, and 24th. You like the look of this. It's very, very much, there's a lot of OCD going on down here. There'll have to be with the Dremel, so that's why you probably like it. But and that will continue. So we'll grab that body, and I'll just use the template for now. So if we look at this guy, let's pretend it's a right-hander for now. So you're going to have that branch continuing in between these pickups and in between the pickup and the bridge. And then when we get to here, we're going to put that wheel, that rune wheel, rune tree, if you want to call it. Sometimes it looks like a multi-spoke tree, and all the letters are sort of on the end of each branch. But I've made it into a wheel. It just looks a little bit more uniform. That's that guy there. So there's the look. So if you can see that coming off the neck. Actually, I'll show you on this page here. Okay, so there's our 12th fret where we said comes down to there. And I've got another crescent in here between the pickups and another 3 little bars, little straight connector, the bridge, a little straight connector joining the outside circle. We've got the inner circle with all these little symbols, and then of course we've got the same runes, letters marked around there. And that's what's going to, that's my design concept anyway. I've got to get approval from the customer. He's going to like it because I don't think he knows what he wants, but he doesn't know how to get it. So I think if we can show a way forward, he might be accepting of it, and we get there. Those horns are pretty good, Willie. What we'll do now is we'll take those clamps. That should be cured. It's been a couple of hours at least. So we might be able to take those clamps off and have a look at that body. So let me do that. Actually, no, I'll leave it there. That's all we've got for today anyway, so I'm going to leave it there, guys and girls, and let you have your weekend back. So I'll be back again when? Terry, when? Monday. Not tomorrow, the next day. Or your Sunday if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. But, yeah, gold against the black and grey. I think it's going to be gold against the black and grey. And it's going to be a nice transition from mother of pearl to gold. That'll only work if it's leaf. I don't think gold paint's going to work too well. But I'm yet to check. Thank you, Terry. It is Monday, my time. In other words, your Sunday. The other option, of course, is to go mother of pearl all the way down, but that's a lot of mother of pearl. And that can be done too. Because it's only a matter of getting the little purfling pearl bits already pre-shaped at the right radius, like we did with the sound hole on the acoustic with the abalone, and just joining those and making 2 concentric circles. The gold leaf would be nice, Terry. Yeah, I'm going to run it past him. I think he's in love with the gold leaf. or gold paint of some sort. So we will metallic gold. So it's going to look good regardless. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and get some lunch and do some more work around the place. Terry, I did make myself a new stand for all the equipment in the computer room where all the routers and the wireless stuff is and the wiring. And that stand is a modular stand. I may show that on Monday if you guys want to see it. I may show you what I made. Very simple. You can make it yourself. All you need is 4 pieces of broomstick-sized dowel. Wood that's broomstick. It's about 6 foot tall. And 4 pieces of inch or half-inch paneling. 4 holes. Slip it through. Little pegs, little dowel pegs to keep it at the right shelf levels. We can do that on Monday if you are into it. Okay, guys. Yes, show me. Terry's into it. I will show you on Monday. Have a great weekend, guys and girls. Thanks again for being here. Remember, we're on 3 platforms: Twitch, YouTube, and that other thing called Facebook. For now, we're on 3. Thank you for supporting us. And don't forget, end of February, 24-hour build stream to celebrate our 2 years of streaming. That'll go to charity as well. Until then, guys, this is Manny from The Guitar Show. I'll be back on Monday, 2 days' time. My time, your Sunday if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Until then, have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.